Here are the 5 best and honestly most overpowered builds in this game. Starting things off, you guys see we're going with point guard and we're going with 6'8". You guys already know about the 6'8" point guard builds in this game. For the weight, we're gonna go down to 185. If you're making a point guard build, you really don't need that much strength, if I'm being honest, unless you're trying to make like a bully build. Then for the wingspan, we're gonna max this thing out at a 76. This makes your defense so much better and you can shoot with a low 3-point rating in this game. Now, starting things off for the attributes, you guys see we're gonna go up to a 93 for the dunk rating. But before we do anything else, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, moving on. Now, I really love having this 93 dunk rating. It makes me feel like I'm on a LeBron James build, which this build definitely kind of is. I definitely feel like you can get dunk meter dunks a ton, especially if you're ever being guarded by someone that's not also like 6'8" or taller, because a lot of builds do not have posterizer. Now, if you guys do not think driving dunk is very, very important, of course you guys can go ahead and drop it down. You can put it on standing dunk, you can put it on pass accuracy, you can put it on like defense or whatever you want it to do. I would recommend just using these builds as a template and then like modify it to fit your play style a little bit better. Now for the 3-point rating, all you literally need is a 78. This is going to give you silver green machine, which is a very good badge. And if I'm being honest, a 78 3-point rating is really more than good enough. I've been playing on builds with like a 74 3-point rating and I've been greening very, very consistently. 78 3-point rating honestly is way too overpowered. I did not think I'd ever be saying. For the ball handling, I'd recommend going up to an 85. I have no idea why an 85 ball handling is as overpowered as it is. Genuinely, you get like 95% of the best drill moves in this game. Then you're going to want to go up to a 75 for the speed with ball to give you speed booster. And then after that, you're going to want to go up to a 75 for the pass accuracy. In my opinion, I don't like making builds with super high pass accuracy, but I know some people love having super high pass accuracy because they feel like their passes are a lot faster. I really don't notice that big of a difference, but again, you can like drop down the dunk or something to get higher pass accuracy if you guys wanted to. For defense, you're going to want to go 85 for perimeter, 85 for steal, and then 87 for block. On this build, you're going to be like a mini lockdown build, which is very, very good for the 2s. Obviously, on this build, you could get like 90s when it comes to defense, but to do that, you'd have to sacrifice quite a bit. I just usually run with another lockdown build. So on the defensive end, I'm honestly very, very happy with this. Actually, I kind of messed this up with the last 2 ratings. We're going up to an 87 for the perimeter, which is going to be gold challenger, a very good badge in this game. For the physicals, you guys can take a look right here. If you guys want to make a bully build with super high strength, go ahead and do that. But that was not really the goal of this build. And here's the full build if you guys want to copy it. And you guys see it comes out to be a 2-way inside out score. Alright, if you guys want to make this build in current gen, basically it's the exact same stuff, just upgrade the build like this. It's a little bit different, like the badge requirements and stuff like that's a little bit different. Then for the takes, this is basically what I went with. You guys see the build name ends up being the exact same thing. Alright, and now moving on. Okay, so now I'm gonna be showing you guys another point guard build. This one's gonna play very, very differently from the previous point guard build. That's more of like an ISO type of point guard build, but this is a point guard build that you're probably gonna want to use when you have screens. You guys will see in a sec. You guys see what the body settings are gonna be: 6'3", 6'6", 170 pounds. I've seen a lot of 6'2" in this game, but I can get everything I want to be able to get on this build at 6'3", but you can go 6'2" if you wanted to as well. Alright, so moving on to the attributes, starting things off with driving dunk, you guys see we're getting a 75. If you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know how good a 75 driving dunk is. And for those of you guys that don't really watch my videos, just trust me, it's good. Then for the shooting, you guys see this is going to be absolutely crazy. You're able to get an 84 mid-range rating, which is going to give you silver midi magician. And you're able to get a 96 3-point rating for gold limos range. Also, midi magician is a very slept on badge. I've seen a lot of people not really go with high mid-range, but spin jumpers in the mid-range area, I probably shoot like once a game when I'm on a build like this. And having gold midi magician just makes them absolutely automatic. And if you combo that with gold blinders and gold deadeye, it's impossible to contest. Now moving on to the playmaking, you guys see you're able to get every single drill move in this game. You're able to get Hall of Fame speed booster, Hall of Fame handles for days. Now your pass accuracy is kind of low. If you guys want to go lower with the dunking or lower with the shooting, then you could, and you can get higher pass accuracy. But honestly, I don't know if I'm ever again going to make a build with high pass accuracy. I mean, like higher than a 75. I genuinely feel like 75 gives me everything I want. Now for defense, you guys see we're getting a little bit perimeter, a little bit interior, a little bit of block. This is kind of a luxury build in my opinion because you can't use it for every single game mode. Like you can really only use it on the 3s and on the 5s, because on the 2s it can be a little bit of a struggle, but you definitely can get away with it every now and again. But on stage and stuff, you're going to be playing against a lot of 6'8" that know how to exploit builds like this. But yeah, moving on to the physicals, you guys see no acceleration. Apparently acceleration does not matter whatsoever when you're dribbling, so basically you don't need acceleration on this build. And I have indeed tested having low acceleration. Unless something's changed by the time this video comes out, there's no difference difference between a 25 and a 99 when you are dribbling. And you guys see I've gone and built a 3-point shot hunter, which is a name that basically every build gets if you have a high 3-point rating. But anyways, moving on to the current gen side of things, basically the only thing that's going to change is you're going to go a little bit higher on the wingspan, and then you're going to upgrade the build like this instead. On this build, you're not going to get any dunk whatsoever. These are the takes, and then you guys see it's the exact same name. All right, so for the next build, we're going to be making a lockdown center build, and this might be the best park center build in this game. If you play mostly rec or pro-am, I recommend making this either at small forward or power forward. But generally, this is one of the most overpowered builds in this game. You guys are going to see in a second. So right away, you guys see we're starting with a high rebound rating at a 92. We're going to get a little bit of offensive rebound. We're going to get very high block, which gives us gold anchor, as well as steal. We're going up to an 85, and perimeter defense, we're going up to an 85. You guys see this is a full on lockdown build right here, but that's also able to get very good rebounding, meaning you're able to guard 1 through 5 very well, and can be a center and a lockdown, which on the twos is so overpowered. Like on defense, you're literally a full on lockdown, and then on offense, you're a full on center that can either space the floor or set screens. Generally, this build's so overpowered. I'm pretty sure it's gotten banned in like stage tournaments and stuff. But anyways, ball handling, we're going up to a 75. Speed with ball, we're going up to a 69, and pass act, we're going up to a 75. I personally do like having a little bit of dribbling on this build right here, but you guys definitely do not need any dribbling if you guys don't want any dribbling. If you guys did go no dribbling, you could go even crazier when it comes to the defense. But personally, on this build right here, I like having a little bit of dribbling because I like knowing if I ever being guarded by a super tall build, even though they might have the rebounding advantage, when it comes to offense, I can ISO them every single possession, and they will not be able to guard me because they're just too slow. For 3-point rating, we're going up to a 78, which is just very good. I kind of already talked about this. Then we're going with a little bit of driving dunk and a little bit of standing dunk. All you guys want to be able to do on this type of build right here is be able to dunk the ball when you're open. You're not really going to be getting contact dunks, but taking dunks in this game is so much safer than taking like a standing layup or something. So having a little bit of standing dunk, a little bit of driving dunk is so important, because if you ever do like a layup instead of a dunk, honestly, it's so much slower and it's very easy to block, and we'll probably miss a lot of the time if it's not blocked. And then scrolling down here to the physicals, you guys see it's gonna be pretty good as well. You're able to get silver brick wall on this build with an 84 strength. This is genuinely not a troll or anything. This comes out to be a 3-point threat. Yes, you guys heard me right. This build comes out to be a 3-point threat, which is honestly just very funny. I personally rather have this build name than like defensive menace or something like that, but you guys can like tweak the attributes or something if you guys wanted to. I'm very happy with this name. For the current gen version, you guys basically can see what I'm going with right now. As usual, the attributes are a little bit different. You can see the takeovers, and then it comes out to be an inside out threat, which makes a little bit more sense, I guess. Okay, so I just give you guys a lock center build. Now it's time for an inside center. If this build comes out to be a 3-point threat, I don't know what to say. So kicking things right off, the body settings is going to be 7 foot, 246 pounds, and then 7 foot 10 for the wingspan. This build is going to be very fast while having very good like defense and rebounding and like finishing and stuff. Starting things off for the finishing, you guys can pretty much see it on the screen right now. Getting that 77 close shot for silver masher is a very important badge. In my opinion, you don't really need gold masher. I feel like I'm finishing over top shorter players very consistently, and most of the time when you are switched onto a shorter player, you're going to be getting a contact dunk, because like just look at these dunk ratings. Also, 75 driving dunk is very good. You get a ton of very good dunk packages, and all around is just very solid. For shooting, all you need is a little bit of 3-point rating. You guys see you get 62. Passing, this is going to be absolutely crazy at a 92. I said earlier I don't really need that high passing, but some people swear by having Hall of Fame break starter. And if you guys go into the pro-am or something, like every so often you will run against a build with very high passing. But yeah, this build is able to get Hall of Fame break starter. Which is definitely very cool. And what's also great is you don't take a hit whatsoever when it comes to the defense. You guys can basically just see it right here. All around very solid. Good offensive rebound, good defensive rebound, good block. And then scrolling down here, you guys can basically go ahead and see the physicals. 90 strength, very important. You don't really need acceleration, at least in my opinion, on this build. Also, 80 strength is going to be pretty important because it gives you gold chase down artists. And moving on to the build name, you guys pretty much see it on the screen right now. Diamond interior threat. That honestly does make sense as a name. If you guys are in current gen and you want to make this build, go with center and then go with 7 foot and then 7 foot 10 for the wingspan. This is how you're going to want to upgrade the build instead. These are the takes you're going to want to go with, and then that's how you make the build. Okay, so now for the final build of this video, some of you guys might recognize this build. If you guys know what video this build is from, comment it down and below in the comment section, so that way I know who the real ones are. Alright, so first we're going to go with 6 foot 11 for the height. We're going to go with 7 foot 9 for the wingspan, and for the weight, we're going to go with 235 pounds. This is going to allow you to be strong, fast, have very good defense, and still be able to the shoot, because apparently you can green everything with a 7'9" wingspan. Yeah, this game's kind of broken. All right, so starting things off, we're actually going to go with the 3-point rating. 76 3-point rating doesn't like give you any like crazy badges or anything, but believe me, you can green everything on this build. If you guys need a big man jump shot, there's big man jump shot videos on my channel. Be sure to check them out. Then for playmaking, all you really need is pass accuracy. We're playing this up to 75. Onto the dunking, you guys see we're starting things off with an 89 driving dunk, which is going to be very, very helpful for this build right here. And as well, you're still able to get very good standing dunk. You guys see with an 89 driving dunk and a 92 standing dunk, this build's finishing is just going to be very good. And also, we're going up 1 rating to the driving layup, which gives us bronze fearless. After that, we're going to scroll down here to the defensive / rebounding. On this build, we're going to get pretty high defensive rebound, but only a 75 offensive rebound. Then of course, we do need our gold anchor, so we're going to go with a 92 for the block, a 77 for the interior. After that, put up the perimeter to a 71 to give you bronze challenger. And then for the steal, you're going to want to go up to a 60, which gives you interceptor, which is really all you need to get passing lanes on this build because your wingspan's also very, very big. And then finally, scrolling down here to the physicals, you guys can basically see how I upgraded it. Getting 84 strength is important for silver brick wall. And yeah, moving on, you guys can go ahead and see I built an interior threat, which honestly, I guess does kind of make sense as a name. For the current gen version of this build, you guys can basically see you're going to want to go the exact same stuff, just upgrade the build like this instead. Then after that, I basically always just go with these center takeovers. And you guys see it comes out to be an interior threat once again. With that being said, please drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Peace.